Hi guys, before we start, I have to say that this is not a sponsored video. I bought these two guitars with my own money, so you can be sure this is going to be an honest review. But I will include an affiliate link in the description, so if you're interested in getting any of these guitars, you can check the link in the description. Also, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. Now, the reason why I bought these two travel guitars is because I recently got inspired to play guitar again, but this time I want to make sure I remain consistent with my practice. So I decided to search for a travel guitar that I can easily carry with me and take it wherever I go. And based on my online research, I think these two guitars here offer the best value for money. But I still needed to have them in my hands to be able to decide which one to choose, so that's why I decided to buy both of them. Of course, in the end, I can only take one guitar. It's not gonna be an easy choice because they're both great guitars. They look great, they feel very premium, they sound really good, and they are both very portable. But of course, there are advantages and disadvantages with each one of them. Now, the first thing that I care about with a travel guitar is the size and the weight. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about. Now, this guitar here is the Hush 1 travel guitar. This is the acoustic version, and this one is the Hush X travel guitar, which is the electric version. The Hush X weighs about 5 pounds, just the guitar with the metal frames, which haven't attached yet, and with the gig back is about 8 pounds. This one, the Hush 1, is about 3.3 pounds, the weight only of the guitar with the metal frames, and with the gig back is about 5.3 pounds. It really feels feather-like, it's super comfortable to carry. Even with the gig bag, it feels super portable. And this one, the moment that you pick it up, you can notice the difference. You can really notice the weight, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. Now the size, they're almost the same size. The Hush 1, which is the acoustic version, is a little bit taller, it's about 2 centimeters taller. So that means that the electric version will be a little bit more portable, but when you put them in the gig bag, they're almost the same. And since the gig bag of this travel guitar is smaller and lighter, the acoustic version feels a lot more portable. Let me show you the guitars with the gig bag. So these are the two guitars. This is the electric guitar, the Hush X, and this is the acoustic guitar. As you can see, the acoustic is a little bit taller. I don't know if you can see it on the video. It's just a little bit taller, 2 centimeters taller, but it's also much thinner and lighter, very easy to carry. So this guitar is a lot more portable, a lot more convenient to travel with this guitar than with this guitar. The gig bags of these guitars, they both feel really premium. Let's look at the gig bag of the acoustic guitar. One thing to mention is that although this guitar is a lot more portable than the other one, the gig bag is maybe a little bit too small. It fits the guitar right at the edge, and also there's not much space to include whatever stuff you might like to include in the bag. So there is this pocket here where you have the bass stand, which comes in this nice extra pocket. So this is gonna be the bass stand. And the reason that I didn't put the stand now, as you can see, is that you have to insert this stand in the guitar and then use a screw, which is, for me, that's very inconvenient. I don't want to be doing that all the time. So that's why I was feeling even lazy to do it right now. And then you get some picks, some additional screws in case you lose one of the screws of the stand, which is another reason why I don't like this type of stand, because I will definitely lose one of these screws. The battery is included. Here is the headphones, and there's a tuner, but they came outside in the box. They don't fit inside the gig bag because they're too big, you know? This is how the guitar comes inside. There's a strap here that holds the guitar in place. So we have an elastic strap and a Velcro strap here. And in this pocket, that's where we have the top stand of the guitar. Another feature that I like of this guitar is that the strap that is included with the case, it's also a guitar strap. So we can remove this from here As you can see, you can place this on the strap pins, but they're very tight. I couldn't actually, as much as I tried, I couldn't fit this strap on the pins, and I didn't want to force it because I might not keep this guitar. But it's a nice feature that the strap to carry the gig bag is also the same strap that you use to carry the guitar. So that saves a lot of space and weight. And now the electric guitar, also really nice case, very portable, a little bit bigger than the case for the acoustic guitar, but at the same time it's more convenient. So on the top pocket we have all the guitar accessories. If we open this, everything is here, the cable, an extra Allen key, extra tools, the headphones are there, the tuner is there. We also have a guitar strap and a separate strap for the back. It doesn't have the same feature as the other guitar, like a single strap for the gig bag and the guitar. But this one has two straps, one for the back and one for the guitar. Both of them fit comfortably inside the case. And there is also this feature for the stand bars. So they fit very comfortably and very easy inside the case of the guitar. And then on the other pocket we have the guitar itself. There is also a strap here and a strap at the bottom. I didn't use them now, but let me put them just like the other guitar. One Velcro strap to hold the neck and one elastic strap to hold the body of the guitar. Very practical, and it fits more comfortably in this guitar. There is some room here, so you could fit something else. There's actually a piece of foam that it was included with the guitar, and I actually like to keep this, so to protect the head of the guitar. And then it fits perfectly inside the gig bag. Very comfortable, very easy to carry. A little bit bulkier and heavier than the acoustic version, but still very, very convenient. Now, after looking at the weight of the guitar and the size of the guitar, for me the most important thing is how comfortable it is to play this guitar. This guitar has an asymmetrical neck, which is supposed to be more comfortable on lower frets and on higher frets. That's supposed to reduce some tension when you practice for long hours. But to be honest, I'm not a very big fan of this neck. I don't feel that comfortable, especially with the acoustic version. I think the action of the guitar might be a little bit, the height of the strings, it's, I think, a little bit too high. If I compare it with the acoustics that I have here, have a Martin here and a Yamaha, they are both more comfortable to play than with this guitar. And the neck of both of them feels more like an acoustic guitar. It's perhaps even a little bit bigger than the Martin that I have here. Now, if you use the strap, the tendency of the guitar is to fall forward, to fall towards the neck. And that's a normal issue with all travel guitars. But there is also the tendency to tilt forward since the lower pin is at the bottom of the guitar. So you have, the guitar is going to tend to lean towards the neck and also lean forward. So it's not that comfortable to play for a long time. You need to use your left hand to actually support the weight of the guitar at the same time as your right hand. Actually, I'm not using my left hand, I'm using more my right hand to support the weight of the guitar. So what happens normally is that the tendency of the guitar is to lean towards the neck and also to lean slightly forward because of the pin here is here at the bottom. So with my right arm, what I'm doing unconsciously is just I'm pressing this top bar to keep the guitar balanced. So that helps to keep the neck up and to keep the body of the guitar against my body. So that makes it more comfortable to play the guitar. Now, if I remove the bars, which is normally not very difficult to do, now there is nothing to support my arms, so the guitar more easily leans towards the floor and also leans forward. it becomes a lot more difficult to play the guitar like this, because now I have to do a lot more effort and I don't have the bar here to support my arm. So I'm basically using my wrist against the bar of the guitar while I'm playing. So this is actually a lot more tiring, a lot more difficult to play like this. Pretty much unplayable. I mean, I can play like this for a little while, but I get tired very quickly. So to place the stand bars, the support bars, we just need to press them there. It's actually very practical to place the bars. I still don't feel very comfortable playing this guitar. I mean, I'm constantly changing my position or changing the position of the guitar. Sometimes I play like this, sometimes like this, sometimes like this. So I guess that means that it's not as comfortable as an electric guitar. But the lower stand and the upper stand are definitely helpful. They do help to raise the guitar enough so you can practice. And even the upper stand will give you some support for your arm, so you can comfortably rest the arm on top of the guitar. They're both supposed to be silent guitars, but I think this is quite loud compared to the electric one, which is actually more silent than the acoustic. Now, let me talk more about the electric version, which is my favorite of both of them. It feels really premium. Also, the weight that it has makes it feel more like a premium quality guitar. At the beginning, I wasn't very sure about this color, but in the end, I realized that it is really beautiful. It makes a difference when you hold it in your hands and you look at the guitar and you realize like it is indeed very beautiful. The electric version is a lot more comfortable to play than the acoustic version. I also prefer in this guitar that the bars now, you don't have to unscrew them. You only need to pull this little knob here and you can easily remove the stand and put it back. One of my favorite things also in these guitars is that you can easily plug headphones, so you can practice with headphones. The sound is okay, you cannot expect much from the sound. But if you just want to practice, it makes a big difference to have just the ability to plug a headphone without any external accessories. That's very convenient. The only thing that you do need is to have a battery for the preamp to work. No? The battery is included in the package, which that's also very convenient. Now, if we look at the acoustic, my favorite thing about this guitar is the weight. It's super light and super portable. It might feel so light that it feels a little bit like a toy. That might not be a good thing, but at least it's very comfortable. Even with the gig bag, it's super comfortable to carry this guitar and to move around. But the action feels way too high for me. But I think the saddle is quite high. So there is space to sand the saddle if you want to lower the strings. Also, you can easily access the thrust bar from this cap here. So you can just move this around and then you can access the thrust bar to change the curvature of the neck to make it more comfortable according to your convenience. Now, the way that you put the strings on this guitar is, since it is a headless guitar, you have to put the strings through the top of the guitar. I don't know if you can see them there. That's where the entry point for the strings, and then you attach them to the end of the guitar. Now, the tuning pegs feel very premium. It's not very easy to do it only by hand, but there is an Allen key included in the body of the guitar. So you just remove this Allen key and then you can easily change the tuning of the guitar. Pretty easy to use, especially if you don't have the support stand attached to the guitar. And the Allen key goes into the guitar and there is a magnet that holds the Allen key so it doesn't fall at all. This same Allen key you use for everything. You use the Allen key to screw the top stand and the bottom stand of the guitar. And you also use the same Allen key to change the position of the thrust bar. Now, the way that you string this guitar is the opposite as the other guitar. You have to put the strings from the back side of the guitar. If I can remove this. To change the string, you have to put them through the back, like a regular electric guitar. And then you move them all the way through the top, where we have some screws that you will use to tighten the strings, and at the end you have to just cut them. Now, one problem that I have with this guitar is that I cannot release the tension of the low E string. So if I want to change the tuning to E flat or drop D, I'm not able to do it. Instead, the tuning peg comes off. So that might be some specific problem with this guitar. And that's something that I'm gonna have to do now. I'm just gonna have to change the string of the guitar and see if I can fix it. And this reminds me of another thing about customer service. I sent multiple emails to the company asking for help with this, and they never replied to my emails. It passed like maybe 10 days and I never received any response. I also contacted them through Instagram, didn't receive any response through Instagram. I finally received a response through Facebook Messenger, and they gave me some advice on Messenger, but it wasn't very clear to me, so I didn't know exactly how to fix this problem. Finally, I was able to get them on the phone, but they told me that they will contact me back after 3 days, and I'm already in the 4th day, and I still didn't get any response to this. I still didn't get any solution to this problem. So I'm just gonna try to change the string, because that's one thing that they say, that I have to change the string. But overall, now that I have to choose between these two guitars here, because of course I cannot keep both of them, although the acoustic is a lot more portable and light and comfortable to carry, I will go for the electric guitars, mainly because it's a lot more comfortable to play, and I love how the bottom stand and the top stand are easily removed and put back together, and I think it also looks a lot more beautiful than this guitar. Anyway, that's all for now. If you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the comments below, and I hope that you find this helpful. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Alright, so the problem is that I have is that I cannot release the tension. Instead, the tuning peg comes out. So I'm supposed to just change the string, which is what I'm gonna try to do right now. Second time that this happens. Again, I'm supposed to loosen the screws here, but I'm afraid to do that with the string fully tense. I hope that it's gonna be fine for the guitar. Okay, it's okay. So normally I should be able to easily take the string out. So they told me that I need to move this until the slot is at the center. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, I managed to change the string. That was not very easy, but I think it's okay now, so I should be able to tune the E string to E flat or D. I think that works. Yeah, so it is working. It's a very strange system. I have to get used to it. It is not as easy as I thought it would be. Also, even to pass the string through these little holes here is a little bit complicated, but it worked. So now it's working, and I think everything is gonna be fine, I hope.